Hi everyone, my group include members me, Nguyễn, Khanh, Mai Thanh My, Lầu Hoàng Gia Hân, and Mai Minh Nhật, and we have chose the one of the interesting topic that we are going to talk about today. Today, my group will discuss about one of the famous brand of P&G companies, Head and Shoulder shampoos. So the first part is the description of the Head and Shoulder shampoos. Head and Shoulder shampoo, as we know, is one of the best anti-dandruff shampoo which was introduced in the United States on January 1st, 1961 based in Manhattan. With regular use of Head and Shoulder shampoos, the size of dandruff are reduced and the overall conditions of the scalp is improved, giving you a healthy scalp and beautiful hair. So about the anti-dandruff, it was deeply cleans your hair while keeping it fresh and beautifully materials. It will give hair beautiful and up to 100% flat-free if you use regularly. Anti-dandruff was dermatologically tested, pH, balance, and boosted with antioxidants for gentle care of hair and scalp. Nowadays, there were variety of kind Head and Shoulder shampoos such as Head and Shoulder Silky Black shampoos. It is suitable for oily hair, or Head and Shoulders Cool Menthol shampoo. It is suitable for on hair ties and so on. Let's move to the determinant of demands. As you know, Head and Shoulder shampoo and the conditioner 2-in-1 include Head and Shoulders by Pro Sport Anti-Dandruff 2-in-1 shampoo fights flat and leaves your scalp smelling great. It was convenient 2-in-1 formula, nourishes hair and scalp while cleaning and hydrating. So about the incomes, there are some details as we can find out that. Firstly, the total revenue is about 110 billion Swedish krona. Includes the overall revenue of the company, considering not only the sales of finished goods but all of the result of the company income. Up to operating margin about 15.43%, also known as GRS. Return on sales is measures the percentage of sales revenue that gets returned to the company as net profit after all the related costs of the activity are deducted. Next is the net profitability is 8.36 SEK. It's measure of the company overall profitability, how much of each sale are converted to profit. And the last is the profit ratio is about 11.97%. It's key measure of success. The profit ratio measures the amount of profit generated by each single currency unit of sales. The number of the consumer according to this statistics is about 9.76 million American use Head and Shoulder shampoo 8 or more times within 2020. So next is the determinants of the supply. About the technology, Head and Shoulders with the new fresh skin technology delivers the same hair quality, scalp and hair care efficiency. About the input, there are two variable input would be commodities and distributions. Commodities such as palm oil and linear alkyl benzene, which are key inputs for making soaps, shampoos and detergents. The distribution channel includes services of distributors and retailers to reach consumer at VA, supermarkets, discount stores, hypermarkets, local markets, and corner shops. So what about the determine electricity? I can search the data about this way. So we have an instant that electricity demand because consumer of Head and Shoulder are durable. They are freely purchased items and can be reduced in quantity if price increase. For example, Head and Shoulder advertisements will increase the number of buyers.
Firstly, I will give you the information about the government interventions of Head and Shoulders. A typical example of this is the FDA's advisories in 2019, number 327 of the public health warnings against the purchase and use of counterfeit cosmetic products, namely Head and Shoulders Green Apple 2-in-1 dandruff shampoos and conditioner. Counterfeit products did not go through the required safety assessments in the FDA certification process. These products pose potential health hazards to the consuming public, since their safety and purities cannot be guaranteed. Potential hazards may come from ingredients that are not allowed to be part of cosmetic products, or ingredients that may be formed as by-products during the manufacturing process of certain isolated cosmetic ingredients, such as 1,4-deoxynides, that are categorized as possibly carcinogenic to humans by International Agency for Research on Cancers. The use of substandard and possibly adulterated cosmetic products may result to adverse reactions, including but not limited to skin irritations, itchiness, anaphylactic shocks, and organ failure. Secondly, about its competitors. With the Head and Shoulders, samples of P&G's corporations is it always face cutthroat competitions with many product lines available on the market nowadays, especially the strongest competitor of the Head and Shoulder product is Unilever Clear. It is easy to see that Unilever has had more success than P&G's in Vietnam in terms of market shares, sales profits, and social activities. However, in recent years, since P&G's reduced the price of some products and launched some new products, the growth rate of P&G's is higher than that of Unilever's. Thirdly, about its type of goods, it is obvious that Head and Shoulders is a private goods because it's in items that yield positive benefits to people. Firstly, it is excludable. Its owner can exercise private property rights and prevents those who not pay for it from using the good or consuming its benefits. And last but not least, it is rivalrous. Consumer by once definitely prevents that of another.
So now we turn to physics and variable cost. The first thing I will give you that the definition of physics cost. Physics cost refers to expense that a company must pay independent of any specific business activity. These costs are set over a specific period of time and don't change with production level. It may be direct or indirect and may influence profitability at different points on the income statement. And in this manufacturing, the physics cost is rental lease, mortgage payment, salary, insurance payment, property tax, interest expense, depreciation, and some utility. The opposite definition of physics cost is variable cost. A variable cost is an expense that changes in proportion in production, output, or sale. When productions increase, variable cost will increase, and when production or sale decrease, variable cost will decrease. And it have some kinds of variable cost. The first is linear transform variable cost, step variable cost, and curvier linear cost. And in this organization, P&G, the variable cost is raw material, direct labor cost, input to production, energy cost for production, packaging cost, sale commission, and certain utility of example that electricity or gas that increase with production capacity. And we move on to economy of scale. With economy of scale, that the size of business general matter when it comes to economy of scale. That means you just the most important of economy of scale is the size of business. The larger the business, the more the cost saving. And with Head and Shoulder is an American brand of shampoo, and this product can produced by the parent company that P&G, and P&G is an American multinational consumer goods corporation that is listed in the Fortune 500 list by Fortune magazine, and P&G is ranked 5th on Fortune magazine's list of the most admired company in 2011. So the size of this company is very large. And the next one is economy of scope. And economy of scope describes situation where reducing two or more goods together result in a lower marginal cost than producing them separately. And you know that P&G have produced a lot of products and related to diversity of range, and economy of scope that differ from economy of scale, that in that the former means that producing a variety of different products together to reduce cost, and this definition P&G can adapt. And I will give you an example that Tampax and Pamper, these are products used to absorb a certain kind of solution, and Pamper is for children and Tampax is for women, but it have the same manufacturing material that artificial sealed. So producing one more good reduce the cost of producing another related good. And economy of scope can be resolved from goods that are co-product and or complement in production, goods that have complementary production process, and the last one is goods that share input to production. And the example for this good that share input to production that P&G is a public company, rent from the share of you the same input to produce the product wanted. And we move to market structure, that this product belong to all globally market, because an all globally market consists of a small number of large companies, small number but large companies that sell different or identical products. Since there's a few players in the market, their competitive strategy are depend on each other. And Unilever and B&G is the competitor, and Head & Shoulders belong to this FFCJ, and Unilever rival is none other than B&G. These two brands come from each other.
Firms have any market power, product uniqueness, differentiation. According to McConnell, Brew, and Flynn 2011, there are different market structure models which are pure competition and pure monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly. Pure competition is where there are several large companies manufacturing a standardized product. Pure monopoly is where there is only one company that manufactures a product. Monopolistic competition has many companies producing differentiated products like clothing, books, and furniture. Oligopoly market structure is generally controlled by a small group of companies that manage a large portion of the market. Oligopolistic companies have significant power over the market price of the product. Procter & Gamble operates as an oligopoly. P&G is a worldwide supplier of consumer goods, commanding over 95% of the market. Head & Shoulders is the only shampoo containing zinc carbonate which helps fight flakes. Is price discrimination in this market? From the data in the report From Cradle to Grain, on average, women paid about $3 more on shampoo and hair conditioner. Vietnam's hair care products market. Men pay approximately 338.8358 Vietnam dong per millimeter, and women pay approximately 222.8970 Vietnam dong per millimeter for the same shampoo. Identify the comparative advantages of the product service. The advantages Head & Shoulders shampoo have against competitors. First is the association with Procter & Gamble. Second, it addresses most hair issues of the target segment. Third, it has the right targeting. Fourth, it has history. Fifth, it has variance. And lastly, it has benefit positioning. Assess the advantages and sustainable development of products and services. Head & Shoulders is one of the most easily available shampoo on the market with a wide range of options to choose from. Along with P&G marketing strategy, it is guaranteed that everyone has heard of Head & Shoulders at least once in their lifetime. Head & Shoulders has stated its goal about sustainability for 2030. 100% of its packaging will be reusable and recyclable. It will strive for sustainable manufacturing and waste reduction. Lastly, the company will enable and inspire responsible consumption.
That was my group presentation. Thank you for your listening and many thanks for your attention.